There we go.
Planetary control achieved.
Alright. Yeah, Chardon's actually a shipyard, I believe. Oh, no, only level 2. Fondor is, though. We need a lot more land units now. IDT, SPMAT, TIE crawlers. Oh god, they're going through Telos.
Unit in production.
Gonna have to give this whole area up,
Unit cancelled.
unfortunately.
Destroyed.
But we can't defend that. So we need another fleet over Belsmith. Start by a bunch of anti-fighters. VSDs, strike cruisers. Dathomir needs to get on top of ship production. And we'll get some of our own quasars and acclamators over here.
Enemy fleet approaching.
No, you didn't listen. This is what I want you to not do.
Tactical battle imminent.
I don't know. This is gonna be tough. So we might have to move one of the larger fleets back up here to defend, or at least split up Zsinj and Razlan to separate fleets. But the Allegiance has a decent range, so maybe we can pick off some stuff before they get to us. Oh, stay there. Yep. There's, I think, 2 factions that have the Belter right now. Yeah, that'll probably be something we end up doing in PZ. For that and for some of the faster hover tank sort of deals.
Order confirmed. Destroy the shield generator.
Right, well they're taking out the Corellian Corvette. So that'll mean we're completely defenseless against fighters, because we'll have this TIE fighter squadron and, oh, 11 fighters in that squadron now. 10.
Bomber targeting. Direct all fire on the shield generator.
Step 1, take out shields. 2 is engines.
Order confirmed.
Ah, we're not gonna... This isn't gonna last. May as well at least try to take out the Secutor. I was gonna take out all the shields and engines on everything and then just sort of send my fighter reserves at them, but...
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
It's too late now. Are we even gonna be able to do this? No, we're not.
Space station under attack.
Alright. What we're gonna have to do... Send 1 to those, that, you. No, don't do this. Don't do this to me. Remember all the fun we... Oh, that's all tax agencies too. Yeah, there's nothing.
Mining facility destroyed. System lost.
I guess we're just gonna have to send
Victory cruiser
this entire fleet to Dathomir And then we'll have to split it up as necessary.
Nebulon B frigate here.
Because Dathomir is way too important to lose.
Coordinates received.
The victory cruiser ready.
Okay, we'll keep Chubo there. Razor's Kiss is going back. ISD, that. This one's staying, this one's staying, this one's staying, this one's going.
Nebulon B frigate here.
Alright, so that should be okay.
Engage thrusters.
Alright, Seagull, the YouTube one should be more stable for you then.
Star Destroyer reporting in. Nebulon B frigate here.
That one, gonna send back over here.
Nebulon B frigate here.
Artillery online.
When the VODs go up. Okay. So this isn't too disastrous.
Cruiser online.
Gonna send stuff into Chardin.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Because once Zsinj gets up to Commodore, then this fleet from Kuwait can go elsewhere.
Tactical battle imminent.
And it, okay, that's nothing. We will send...
Building under construction.
you guys over here. And... I guess we'll go straight for Talasia. Talasia. Talapia.
Tactical battle imminent.
Hey, Michael. Alright, this should be pretty easy too.
Ready.
There's been nothing really defending this
On
whole
my way.
area of space. It seems like all their forces are trying to take
The enemy is
our
approaching.
territory, like Yavin and stuff.
Choose your reinforcements.
We don't really need Zsinj for this, but why not?
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
I've got them in my sights. Regroup for another attack.
Can anyone else see him?
That's dead.
Ion cannons are our primary target.
Alright. So that's all dead. We've got 2 New Republic.
Artillery online.
Where does the New Republic even really control? Apparently Hakasi. How did you even get there? I'm calling shenanigans. $18 carry. Okay, we're gonna need to deal with that. But they can't go anywhere. Oh, they must have lost one of their last planets over here, and then Maldrude made them retreat. So the only planets they had left were here, and they had to go here. So I get, does that mean the New Republic's like basically dead? Planets, they are. Huh. Because that's the 0 line. Yeah, it must be probably not even Moncal. They probably had something like down here. Because Maljude's had this whole area for a while. Where to? Alright, well we can't defend that. But they can't build anything there. So it doesn't matter. Or they can build stuff there, but it's not a huge deal. It's not a capital shipyard. So we'll leave an acclamator there. Actually no, we'll keep the entire fleet together. We'll get another land unit to block them off over here.
Enemy fleet
Transmission
approaching.
received.
Kuwat.
Battle imminent.
Because they don't really have much actual firepower with this, so I think we can probably even defend it with that fleet. As long as they didn't go the other way, that would have been terrible.
Reinforcements en route. Reinforcements en route.
Standing by.
I'm going to try to retreat into the Golans. Because that's a lot of fighters.
Ready.
And we'll just try to...
Firing.
Reinforcements en route. Reinforcements en route.
Weapons charged. TIE squad.
Reinforcements en route.
Engaging nearby. Reporting.
Okay.
Ready for command, sir. Changing course to intercept. Enemies in on this one.
We have considered that NPC, however, the stuff we're doing with the turret infantry, there's a few different things we have to take into account with it that it may not work with. So that's sort of our priority, having the turret ones, and then whatever works with that we sort of go with. Because they already cause enough issues with garrisons and stuff. But it is something we're playing with.
We're being targeted. Plotted.
The lasers are our target.
This poor Carrick.
Locking on this one. Weapons online.
Send this guy over here. We took out a lot of the fighters, but not all of them.
I'm on them. Enemies in range.
Destroyer here.
Send that ISD around the corner there.
Captain on deck.
Target locked.
I think the fighters have been
Target. Ordered.
reduced enough that we can start sending stuff out.
Attack run.
We'll just have to make sure we
Ready.
we leave the quasars alive until we actually take out the other ships that aren't. So then, like, the quasars aren't going to do anything to us when their fighters are already out. And if we can keep the population cap higher for them longer while we take out the ships that are more of a threat, we should be okay.
Someone cover me. I got fighters.
Rogris will be in the GCs where he's relevant.
Locking on. Get over
Or where he fits and they need heroes. But for the most part, like, the Empire has a ton of heroes, so we don't want to oversaturate it.
I'm running out of maneuvers. Ready for action. Nowhere to target those lasers.
Right, that dreadnought's down. That's down. The fighters can handle that, so we'll focus on the assault frigate here.
I'm losing my engine.
I have no comment on eras that are beyond Era 1.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Yeah, so I'm not too concerned about them having the having Hakasi. I don't want them to, but
Invasion commencing.
that's not even my planet. What am I doing?
Unit destroyed.
Oh my god, that was dumb. That was so dumb.
Receiving location.
It's because I'm brown, they're orange. It's the same color, really.
Construction complete.
Yeah, there are still a few things we planned to add to Zsinj that weren't in this GC. I want to do another playthrough of Zsinj eventually, when they're more complete. But, because like this is still fairly early as far as that goes for development. So this scenario and Zsinj as a faction will be changing quite a bit before the actual release. As far as the number of unique ships, I'm not 100% sure.
Choose your reinforcements.
It's hard to remember offhand who exactly has what without looking at our spreadsheet for it. Because it's all a bunch of... Oh my god, are you serious? We lost an allegiance for that? But it's, it's all a bunch of...
Enemy fleet approaching.
84. Okay. That's
Tactical
nothing we
battle
can do about
imminent.
that, really. It's all just a bunch of space triangles, so it's hard to differentiate.
Tactical battle imminent. Barracks destroyed.
Can't take that yet.
Tactical battle imminent.
Fond or what? Thought that was Kuat.
Enemy fleet approaching.
Yagdal.
Tactical battle imminent.
Okay, well,
Deploying
gonna have to go that way.
Tactical battle imminent. Tactical battle imminent.
How many of you are there working on 2.2? Technically, like 3. Four, actually. 4 that directly work on 2.2.
Look, sir, it's them.
It is them. Okay, that's all their quasars. Like there's me, Slorny, Dave, and Delta that are directly working on 2.2. And Pox, who's doing like diplomacy stuff. Then there's for the art team, like on top of that we have myself still, and then also Sleverd and Robin, but they're working on stuff specifically for Ascendancy that just happens to also work for ICW. But as far as like priorities go for them, like they're not making any of the stuff that's just for ICW.
Order confirmed. Destroy the shield generator.
And like Davis is working on something that's only going to be in Ascendancy, essentially. Then Dr. Knickers is working on something that's not for either 1.1 or 2.2. He'll likely finish it for the following versions. Well, they don't really have many options as far as ships goes. They don't have too much they can send against us.
Intercepting. Returning to your position. Sir Jam, he's headed your direction.
We recently had someone else join the team as well. He is another artist, but he's been fairly busy since he joined, so he hasn't actually finished anything yet for us. He's done a concept for a ship for the Empire of the Hand, but as far as like actually modeling it and skinning it, he hasn't gotten there yet. So hopefully he'll be able to start in the next few weeks, but that always depends on work schedules and everything like that.
Taking him out. Engaging the enemy.
Okay, the Turbulent class, we responded to those posts on the forums. That was made like 20 years after the mod ends, so no. The Shannon class we'd like to do for certain plot points. However, there's no design for it, so we have to do something else. And the Chiss Star Destroyer is in the mod. The Ascendancy class Star Destroyer is our take on that, because Chiss Star Destroyer isn't a class name. But I did respond to your post, and so did, I believe, Slornian, Dave, and the other thread where you posted about that. So the full response is there. So yeah, of those three, one that doesn't fit in the timeline, one that we'd like to do, but it requires a lot of work because it doesn't really exist with any information beyond that this was a ship. And the third is already in the mod.
Roger that. Receiving orders.
Going to sector. Destroyer reporting in.
Awaiting orders. Ion engines blocked.
Send the coordinates. Advance.
Commander.
Ready for battle. Instructions received.
Go up here.
Where'd he go?
Loose missile.
Stop that there, and then... It's all just going to be fighters now.
Roger that. Advancing on target. Coming around.
Engaging enemy.
Enemies in range. Fire under control. Open fire. Watch it. He's coming around.
Copy. Attack that
Where are
target.
the others?
Destroyer here.
Ready to blow something.
Beyond what I've already said, I'm going to leave the unit list stuff to the actual official news post for the mod.
How about a little help? Can anyone else see him?
Reporting.
Where are you?
Right away.
I can't take another hit like that.
I don't want to give away a bunch of information for factions that we haven't even done the news post announcements first.
Regroup for another attack.
I mean, I'd like to say yes, but you never know whether or not it'll be out by that point.
Attacking. Ready. Targeting. Awaiting orders.
It could be way before then, could be then, could be way after then.
Intercepting.
Star Destroyer standing by.
TIE squadron here. Moving out. Copy.
Eliminating target.
Heading out. Target.
Destroy that target. Captain reporting.
Moving
Fire and wing.
Let's get moving. So many targets, so little time.
Destroyer
Now.
reporting in.
Like, if we get 3 more artists that join the team, then the mod goes much faster. If we have the same resources we have now, it goes the same speed it's going now. But if we go, like, depending on how much free time I end up with, I can't really make any guarantees one way or the other. Again, like I've mentioned before, without a job, I do have much more time to work on the mod, but I do kind of need a job to not go completely broke. That would be nice. So, depending on what my hours end up being, if I do find something. But, yeah, so...
TIEs reporting here.
I can make no promises either way.
Coming around.
I've got them in my sights.
Enemy has been defeated.
So that should be most of their fleet gone. Do that.
Battle imminent.
Engaging engine.
Hopefully they weren't able to build anything in that time. What about the Star Destroyer classes I just mentioned? I did answer that question like twice. Twice on stream and also in the threads where that was brought up.
Captain reporting.
Time to go.
It's not that none would work. One wouldn't work. One, we need a lot more information on it, and the third is already in the mod. To recap.
Standing by. This is the captain.
The Turbulent class was built by the Imperial Remnant, but it was built by the Imperial Remnant several years after the mod ends. So it doesn't really matter who built it. It didn't exist during the mod.
For another run. Ready for command, sir.
Getting a lock. Intercepting.
I got one.
Locking on.
Again, I'm not going to comment on units that we haven't already announced or not announced, so... Aside from the ones that I already just covered there. Because that's what the news posts are for.
Fire squadron standing by. Ready for battle. Let's move out. Firing.
Come on, attack.
Captain reporting. All ahead full.
No problem.
Reporting in.
If you look at the Wikipedia articles for these ships,
Warm up.
they have pretty much all the known information about them, and you can sort of find out that sort of thing there as well. Like the video you linked put in a bunch of pictures and everything on the forums, and like that was all just stock images they found. That wasn't the actual Saranin, for example. And there was a bit of a fair bit of incorrect information in that video from what I saw. So don't usually Wikipedia is a much better source rather than looking for YouTube videos by people. Zsinj doesn't have a huge amount of corporate sector stuff. He has some, but the corporate sector was a separate entity. He just happened to take it over. It's not going to be like the core of his fleet or anything, and you're not going to have everything they had access to. It was simply a way for us to give them a bit more variety, and with having to take stuff over. But our goal isn't to assimilate the entire corporate sector into Zsinj's unit list, because then you may as well just have a corporate sector separate faction. And Michael, like I said, the Chiss Star Destroyer is the Ascendancy Star Destroyer. It's already in the mod, essentially. Chiss Star Destroyer isn't really a class name. The Empire of the Hand wouldn't have referred to it as, this is the Chiss Star Destroyer. That's saying that the ISD is the human Star Destroyer, kind of. So, we just gave it a class designation. We sort of expanded